Hi, Lisa and I have been looking forward to the final step of moving from my learner's permit to my actual driver's license for what felt like forever. And I was all studied up and ready, but still nervous for the DMV written test and excited and anxious about the road test. And all that night before, I had been repeating over and over in my head, I'm taking my driver's license test. I'm taking my driver's license test. And I was up all night, too excited to sleep. And so, after a long sleepless night, I woke up and got my period. And it was a bad one. Terrible premenstrual cramps, bad stomach ache, nauseous, dizzy, and just overall yucky feeling. It was a sketchy situation at best, and taking the DMV written test feeling so sick was not my first choice. My dad drove me to the DMV and kept asking me what was wrong. And finally I told him, Dad, I don't need counseling or anything. I got my period. I feel really sick, like I'm going to puke my guts out. As if that wasn't bad enough, the DMV was totally crowded, hot, uncomfortable, and there were long lines everywhere. We got in line to get the paperwork done and all the approvals for me to take the driver's license test. And suddenly, my stomach just started churning, and I felt so queasy. I knew this wasn't leading anywhere good and told my dad again, I'm sick. I got my period. I have to go to the bathroom. He tried to stop me because he didn't want us to lose our place in line, but I told him, I'm about to puke my guts out, so if I don't go to the bathroom now, it's going to happen right here. Of course he told me, go, hurry. I ran to the bathroom, and the minute I got to the stall, I got totally sick. Threw up everywhere, and it was really loud too. I couldn't help it. I didn't care. I was so nauseous and sick. I really did puke my guts out. After a few minutes, I was done. Nothing left to throw up, and picked myself up and tried to get myself to look slightly better than the hot mess I saw in the mirror. All I wanted to do was pass my driving road test, pass the written test, get my driver's license, and swing by my friends' houses and say, come, drive with me. But here I was, as sick as a dog, and I still hadn't taken the test. Finally, I pulled myself together, totally exhausted, and stepped back out into the DMV. My dad ran up to me, all excited. It's time. You can take the test now. He then saw that I looked even worse than when I ran off and asked, What's wrong with you? I practically yelled, I got my period. I feel sick. I puked my guts out, threw up everywhere. And he was like, well, go take the driver's license test anyway. Still racked with pain, I took the test, the online DMV written test, and everything else. And guess what? I passed. But I felt so sick that when I went back out to meet my dad, he figured I had failed because I looked so unhappy. They took my picture for the permit and my permanent driver's license, and I looked green, forcing a smile and just sickly looking because I really was. Now the picture on my driver's permit is always there to remind me of how I got my period, got sick, puked my guts out, and passed my driver's license test all at the same time.